Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, and in this video we'll be taking a look at the new Stormbringer subscription magazine for Age of Sigmar and going through all the models and prices. In the previous video uploaded, I went through all the information to subscribe to the magazine and everything that it includes, from the issues we know about, some of the models, the free gifts, the premium issues, and the FAQs as well. But in this video, we're just going to focus on the models, and I've looked at all the different prices on the Games Workshop website for every set that's included in this collection. And I thought it'd be fun to go through that in this video, but also talk about how we could use them not just for Age of Sigmar, but for Warcry as well, because I think this is a fantastic collection for Warcry, and I'm really excited to see what they've included in this, and I really want to go through and just share how that's going to be great for Warcry, especially with the new rules in the Tome of Champions 2021. Okay, first up we've got the Stormstrike Guard, and these are a £68 set if you were to buy them on their own. So right away we're seeing some good value potentially here in this collection. Now I'd love it if they just put one of these per issue, but they might break it up into 4 issues. And I imagine this will be later on in the collection. Usually the bigger, higher value models come later on to just encourage you to sign up early and almost guarantee you're going to get one of them. But if you can get hold of these when they're in your local newsagents as well, then you could add some more to your army for a really great price. I think there's some potential here for these in Warcry. You'd probably have to make your own cards up. I did some for the big dragons, but I think it'd be quite easy to do something for these. They'd be quite high point value, but would be great for some narrative battles. The next model looks like it's going to be the Lord Aquila, and this is perfect for Warcry. He's already in the book. You can get him in the Sentinels of Order under the Stormcaster Turtles Vanguard Auxiliary Chamber, and he's going to be a 300 point model as your leader. So a really nice option there. Great model. The Lord Aquila's not a new model by any means, but I think it really stands up and looks great amongst these other ones that they've included in the army. This next one I'm really happy about. It's the Stormstrike Chariot. This is such a cool model. I really wanted to get hold of this, but didn't buy it. I even made a card for my Patreons with an ability that was specific for this model to use in Warcry. And this would be great to build some battles around, and I could certainly imagine getting a few of these. So hopefully this will come in just one issue. I hope so. For the price, I could imagine it coming just as one, but it depends how big the sprue is really. But if this is in one issue, I'm definitely going to go down the newsagents and grab a few of these, because that's a brilliant thing to build an army around. And one thing I want to do with this collection is really start playing Age of Sigmar. I've struggled to get into it. I just couldn't get there with the core book. I'm hoping this will be really good for getting me into the game, just like Imperium magazine has done for 40k. So really excited. And the models they've included are really appealing too. Here's another one that they've got listed, the Nightjudicator with Gryph-hound. So these are really new models. I thought it was just going to be the Dominion box set and maybe some older models thrown in to bulk it out. But they're including some new ones here. So this is really great. And these are going to go really nicely with those models that we did see in the Dominion box set. So this is awesome. Another set I was really keen on. And this would be perfect, Age of Sigmar and Warcry as well. I really love that they've put this army together with different factions. There's Silvernet in there, there's Caradon Overlords, and the Stormcaster Turtles. So a really great mix, and they've done a really nice selection of models too. And as you see as we go through it, there's going to be some Underworld sets in here, which is a really nice touch as well. So this one looks just like Spirit of Durthu, which could be one of the Tree Lords. I think you get this in this Start Collecting set as well. Not 100% sure if you get this weapon option in there, but I think they're going to be looking at using some of the models from the Start Collecting set. So this is a really cool one to add to the collection, and I think for Warcry this is going to have some potential as well. And although there's no cards already for this guy, we could certainly make some. Look at using him maybe as a monster and taking some stats from some of the other monsters and just tweaking them a little bit, giving him some abilities. I think that would be really fun to do. But it's this model from the Silvernet lot that I think is the best one, and one that I've been really looking forward to get for my Warcry warband. So I'm really happy this is included. This is Durante the Arch Revenant, a fantastic looking model, and so this is a really great one to have as a leader for that warband. So yeah, really great. So far, these are all models that I've been interested in but just haven't picked up or justified buying yet. So the fact that they're part of this collection is just fantastic. And here's some other Silvernet models, and I think these are some of the ones from that start collecting set. So these are going to be some of the Dryads, and I haven't got these yet either, so I'm really happy with this. And if you haven't got many of these models either, this could be a really good chance to get them at a good price and in a fun way. Getting them delivered each month is awesome, and you also get the magazine and all the information that comes with it too. So it's really fun to learn how to play like this. But there we go, so that's Silvernet, but there's still some more. And I saw these ones, and I'm pretty sure these are the tree revenants, which you can also build as spite revenants. And just looking at the banner there, I think that's a giveaway. So yeah, I'm sure you're going to get 5 of those as well. So that's a really nice, solid selection of Silvernet there. There's also some Caradron Overlords, and these look like they're some of the models from the Arcanaut company, and then an Endrin Master possibly. It might be a different model. If you've got an idea though about any of these, let me know in the comment section below, and if you think I've got any wrong, please add what you think they are, because it's quite hard to see from the picture. They're not super clear with the high level. It's not a high res picture, so we're not getting really crisp images just yet. But yeah, so we're getting some of these. Again, I haven't got these ones, so these are going to go nicely with the Warcry set, so that's really great. Then there's the Harrow Deep Underworld set. So this is perfect for the Stormcaster Turtles. These are really nice models. I was really happy with these. So to see them including that is great news. Again, new models. I'm really surprised to see that they're putting the new ones in there. Another warband of Underworld's miniatures is Fundrix Profiteers, and these are really nice. I've got this set actually as the Underworld set with all the cards, but this will just be the models to use in Age of Sigmar. Perfect for Warcry again. These are going to be amazing now with the Tome of Champions 2021 giving us all the stats for them. And here's another one, Atari's Guardians. Beautiful set, great models. Again, fantastic for Warcry, and this is really awesome. And these are a really nice addition to add. So I think with everything included here, you've got some nice options for Warcry. I like the big Kurnoth Hunters. I think they're awesome models, and I love having those in Warcry. But from what you get here, I think you've got enough to play around and have a decent warband going on, even building up to those 1400 points for a campaign. So really great, and loving all this so far. Now back to the Stormcaster Turtles, and this is a really cool model. I liked it when I saw this in a preview last year. This is Garda's Steel Soul, so a pretty recent model again. And usually in these subscriptions, you get a unique model that you can't get anywhere else. So I'm looking forward to seeing what that'll be. It might even be 2. So they haven't said about that in the article, and that might be something they add later on. But there's another great model here, Lord Commander Bastian Carthalos. And for £26.50, there's no way I would have bought this model. So to have it in the collection is great. And he's certainly going to be like in an $8.99 issue. That's really good value and a great way to get hold of these special characters. I was really happy to see what looks like Vigilance too. So there's only going to be 5 here. So it looks like it's just going to be maybe 1 sprue of those. But if you're playing Age of Sigmar, that could be enough. But for Warcry, it's definitely enough. Having all these different options now to pull from is brilliant. So these are going to be great in Warcry to have some ranged fighters. And so really nice to see 5 of those included. And also 5 what look to be Vanquishers. I love the look of these. I couldn't imagine getting 10, too many for Warcry, but 5 is perfect. And that's why I think this collection's so good. You got all these different little, almost mini warbands put together, and also enough to have a selection to pull from, so you can have some really great options to build some rosters with. Now the rest of the Stormcaster Turtles are going to be from the Dominion box set. They're going to be the push fit ones. You're not going to have all the options to put them in different poses, but fantastic models. And so really great. This first one you're going to get in issue 1, and then all these ones as well, the Praetors, they all came in the Dominion box set. So you've got lots to look at and put together again warbands with those. Some of the models from the Stormcast side are going to be available as one of the premium gear, and that's going to be the first premium set that comes out. So if you want to get some of the other models that you can't see here from the Dominion set, they will be featured as a premium. And the same goes for the Cruel Boys. You can see there's loads here that came from that Dominion box set, but the second premium issue is going to be the Cruel Boys Killer Boss, and then he's going to come with some other models as well. So you can get all the models from that in this set, and this is a great way to do it and build it up. And there's all the information about this in that video I mentioned at the beginning of this one. I'm really happy they've been including some Gloom Spike Gits in this army now. So this is fantastic. It's a real mix Auric Warclans with the Gloom Spike Gits thrown in too. And the first Gloom Spike Gits set are Zarbag's Gits, and I love these. These are one of the first ones I got for Warcry, and I think they're brilliant models. So to have these in there, that's really great. Nice variety, so that's awesome. You're also going to get a Squig Herd, so having 10 Squigs is fun. You can never have too many Squigs, so this is a really nice addition too. And then on top of that, you're going to get what look like stabbers, and these should give the option to build all different variants, so that's going to be really nice. You could do one big unit for Age of Sigmar, or hopefully you can mix that unit up and make all different ones, which again gives you a nice pool to build some fantastic rosters for Warcry. This next one's not very clear, so I'd love to know what you think this could be, but I think, judging by the base and just the shape of some of the parts, this could be Scragrot the Loon King. Really nice model, and so this is a good addition too. So you're getting some nice Gloom Spike Gits here. There's going to be quite a few points building up, so loving that. Really pleased they included this guy in there as a kind of leader figure. Then there's the Loom Boss on Giant Cave Squig and some Squig Hoppers. Looks like 5 Squig Hoppers, so you're going to get half of that set. So that's a really nice lot. And this is great for me because I was planning to do a Gloom Spike Gits army for Age of Sigmar. It's like a challenge, similar to I did to the Space Wolves. I've got a start collecting set and a few other boxes I haven't opened yet, so I'm saving them up to do it as a challenge. It's not going to be as big as the Space Wolves, won't be 3,000 points, but I was thinking it would be fun to do a 1,000-point army of Gloom Spike Gits. But to add these to that, I think is going to be really fun. Here's another new model for the Cruel Boys this time. This is the Beast Skewer Kilbo. So this is the big version of this. And so this is great. This hasn't been out very long. This came out, I think, the same time as the Chariot for the Stormcaster Turtles. So really nice to have new models included as well. Then we've got a few older ones. These are the Ard Boys. Looks like 5. So we're going to get maybe a sprue that comes from this set. Perfect for Warcry again. All these are. And even the Iron Jaws, Iron Skulls Boys, another Underworld set, which are great too. So you could mix those up maybe, and you can have lots of options. Even have this guy, the Mega Boss, as your leader. So they're putting some real good sets in here, and I wonder if they've taken Warcry into account, or if this is just like a byproduct of it. But mixing all these up in Age of Sigmar, I imagine, would be great fun. But for me, this is screaming Warcry. Let's look at some of the bigger models now, and here's the Marsh Crawler Sloggoth. So this is great that this is included. This has to come in just one issue. If they spread it out, it would almost be not that good a deal, because by the time you get 20% off this at an online retailer or local store, that's going to bring that price down almost to 24, and so then you're comparing 2 issues, which would be £18. So yeah, not that much of a saving. Still a saving though, but if they include it in one magazine, then wow, that'd be amazing to get a few of those. Same goes for this guy, the Swamp Boss Scumdrek. I imagine this would have to be 2. Would it be 2 sprues? What do you think? Is the sprue big enough to just be like one issue, or would they spread it out? So yeah, I can't wait to find out about that. And again, I think these are going to be later on in the issues to encourage people to sign up early. But if they're bringing these out in 1, even 2, I think they're going to get bought up really quickly at the local shops. Then we've got this one, and now this is really interesting. This is the Man Crusher Gargant, and this looks like the one on the right hand side of the picture you can see there. And they're really not messing around here. We're getting some really good models and a nice selection across different factions, and so having this in there is really going to make things interesting. And also as a monster for Warcry, perfect. So this is really for the destruction side of things. If we go with the Harbingers of Destruction book for Warcry, there's going to be a lot of the models you see here in that book. Also the free PDF you can download for the Cruel Boys, but also with the new Tome 2021 update, there's going to be tons of stats in there as well, including the stats for this guy, Mologs Mob. That looks just like Molog at the back, but I can't see the other 3 models that are included. They might be next to him there, but they don't look like the bases are formed like you get with the Underworld's models, and as you can see in the picture for Mologs Mob. So not sure about that. I mean, if he's there, there's got to be those other 3 models, and I'm pretty sure it's those ones there. But again, those bases look a little bit different. That's pretty much covered the model, so let's look at the terrain now. And so this is the Sigmar Extremist Starter Set, and this has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of terrain that you're going to get here. So you've got 2 corner pieces, you've got the fountain and the statue. So it's just 4 pieces, but there's actually 5 included in the collection. So you're going to get an extra corner piece to use. So these are new as well, new terrain bits. Really glad about that. And looking at that terrain piece there, it might actually be 2 extra parts. I don't know, they might be doubling up on the terrain. So yeah, some nice terrain. And if you've been collecting Warcry, then you might not have that already. So this is going to be really nice to add to Warcry, although it's not perfect because you can't climb on it, and so you can't balance the miniatures on top. I was surprised to see these pieces dotted around, and these are the Beastgrave terrain set from Underworlds. Fantastic scatter terrain. These are really nice. I've got some of these to use in Warcry, and yeah, having some more is no problem. You can never have too many skulls dotted around, so this is a great addition and a surprise. I didn't expect to see that. So there we go, that sums up all the models, and from what I can see at least from the pictures here, and hopefully that's give you a good idea of what's included and how you can use it in not just Age of Sigmar but Warcry as well. Having all these little Underworld sets and these small groups of miniatures from different factions is a brilliant idea, and with the previous one with Mortal Realms it was all Stormcaster Turtles, all Nighthaunt, and so I'm really glad they've mixed it up here. I liked what they did with the Imperium magazine, where you've got the Imperium army made up of 3 different factions, so that was nice. But I'm really glad that they've done it on both armies for this collection. I think that's a really good move, and it's certainly going to appeal to a lot more people. If you'd like to find out more about the subscription magazine itself, then I'll link to it at the end of this video, and I've done a video just before this one where I went through it in much more detail about how to subscribe to it, the FAQs, everything that's included, how the whole thing works, and yeah, so everything's up there if you want to check that out. But I'd love to know what you think about this video and all the models that are included. Do you think this is a good collection for Warcry? Will you be picking it up? And hopefully this has given you a good idea and helps you decide whether or not you'd like to subscribe to it. And hopefully it'll be in your country soon. I'm looking at the UK here from the information published so far on the website. But yeah, hopefully it's going to be made available a lot further afield, just like they've done with the Imperium magazine. But thanks so much for watching. Please like if you did like it, subscribe for more videos like this, and don't forget to hit that notification bell to join me next time on Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'd like to say a huge thank you to my Patreon supporters who make these daily videos possible, and if you're interested in joining the community, it'd be awesome to see you there, and I'll put a link for that in the description down below.